Hi, I'm Frankie. Welcome back to my fuck show, Frankie Answers Question. Do you find yourself getting outdated information in your investment journey? What if you have the opportunity to raise pressing questions to the companies that you would potentially invest in? Well, Mr. Money TV strives to level the playing field of retail investors with other market participants. In collaboration with AmInvestment Bank, Mr. Money TV is organising our first ever Retail Corporate Day on the 10th of July 2021, bringing together two interesting public listed companies and one pre-IPO company on the roadshow. It will be a fruitful event for you to get up close with the top management and receive first-hand details about their business plans. Best of all, it's free! Sign up now by clicking on the link below to register yourself. Limited seats available, terms and conditions apply. Wow, so happy finally got sponsor, even though it's our own advertisement. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Question, anybody? Question 1. What happened to Serba Dinamik? This is a black swan. Out of the blue, Serba Dinamik was informed by its auditor, KPMG, that there are some issues with their statutory audit. They raised so many issues pertaining to their accounts, including Serba's sales transactions and trade receivables, some of which involved transactions worth billions of dollars. As a result, it caused a panic among investors. You know what's worse? All this happened a day before a public holiday. Walao eh. I bet many investors couldn't sleep that night. Question 2. What were the issues raised by KPMG on Serba Dinamik's account? All this information is available on Bursa website. You all stop wasting time reading investment memes on Facebook. Take some time to read up company announcement, please. Never mind lah. Let me sum it up for you. First, KPMG flagged Serba's sales transaction and trade receivables, some of which involved transaction of 2.32 billion ringgit. Secondly, the auditor was also unable to determine the appropriateness of some contracts, transactions, as well as the revenue. Moreover, KPMG cannot locate Serba's suppliers and customers in Bahrain. If that's true, it could imply that Serba's operation in Bahrain is fraudulent, you know. Of course, it could also mean that the auditor went to the wrong addresses when verifying the suppliers. Whatever it is, this whole episode is like watching a Netflix series. Wow, Malaysia really is a place for script writing inspiration. Question 3. Do you think that Serba really has a problem with its accounts? How would I know, my friend? I can't see the accounts. Since Serba mentioned that they are going to appoint an independent firm to investigate the allegations, I think let's not try to speculate and give them some time to report back to shareholders. By the way, if you have been following the story of Serba's accounting issues, do comment below and let us know what you think. Question 4. How come the share price of K Power and SHB went down following Serba Dinamik? In Malaysia, when somebody says terima kasih to you, you instinctively reply, sama-sama. Now, all three companies are linked to one single individual, which is Datuk Karim. When Serba got into trouble, the other two companies also instinctively reacted sama-sama, you know? Sama-sama turun. People started panic selling stocks that are related to Datuk Karim. But then, after a while, investors realized that whatever that is happening to Serba is not related to K Power and SHB at all. As a result, people started buying in again and share price quickly rebounded back. See? Being panicked will just make you lose your mojo and result in bad investment decisions. If you were calm enough, you would have managed to buy these two companies at a bargain price. Question 5. So what will happen when companies are found with corporate governance issues? You know what corporate governance is? It can be described with just one word: trust. Confucius said, when you do business, trust is everything. No trust, no business. Got trust, got business.
Confucius got say that, man?
Hey, shut up lah, it's my show. When the management breaches this trust, shareholders will lose confidence in the team and trigger a panic sell on the company shares. Like Serba lah, limit down 2 days in a row. Even if the organization reshuffles the management, it will take time to rebuild trust with investors again. It's like when someone cuts you, it will take time to fully recover. Even so, it is likely that you will leave a scar. Question 6. Should we still invest in Malaysia's stock market? I do not rule out the fact that it has dented the confidence among investors, especially foreign investors. The implication does not limit to the stock market itself, but also foreign direct investments to set up facilities in Malaysia, which creates many job opportunities for the people. But let's not lose faith with the Malaysian financial market. It is a painful episode for many investors, but I believe the regulators will step up to address the issue and make our financial market more efficient and investable. Moreover, corporate governance issues are usually seen as a short-term turbulence for long-term investors, as long as various stakeholders work hand in hand to bring company back on track. Just like Confucius said, one chopstick can break. Two chopsticks cannot break. Cannot break. Question 7. Is fundamental investing dead in Malaysia? Fundamental? What is that? Look at the meme stocks trading in the US. Is anyone paying attention to fundamentals? It seems like as long as people can buy high and continue to sell higher, it's a go. It's like a casino out there. Fundamental investing is dead today not because corporate governance issues, but instead it is due to the overwhelming liquidity in the stock market. This situation is putting pressure on traditional investing strategies and hedge fund managers who forecast stocks value based on earnings potential of a business. It is a highly risky operation when stocks are trading way ahead of fundamentals. Moreover, the buying momentum of these meme stocks are merely based on collective effort to push prices higher, which means to say, all we need to have is someone influential to persuade everyone to sell their shares to crash a stock.
Wakanda forever!
To make things worse, if the sell down spill overs to other stocks as liquidity shrinks, it may trigger a domino effect and cause a market meltdown. Question 8. How to invest in this kind of market? At this juncture, the economy is very jittery. Coupled with overvaluation, investors tend to overreact to any news that comes by. This leads to a very volatile market. However, if you are a value investor, this could mean opportunities for you to bargain hunt for great stocks. So, even the black swan may be able to lay golden eggs for you. My advice to you, always focus on fundamentals. You will hardly go wrong. Remember, the stock market is not a casino. If you treat the stock market like a casino, you may suffer the fate of a gambler. Well, that's all we have for today. #FAQ.